An acquaintance of mine is married, and he has like an open relationship with his wife. So that means that she may go have other relations with other person, and he may too. And on top of that, besides that, they have children, and in a conversation with him, no, I didn't talk to the wife. I only talked to the only talked to the man. I understand that he also has like sex addiction, and also other types of addictions. And they chooses to have an open marriage for them to be able to to have like a free style life. I don't have nothing against that. It's just their choice. And I'm just gonna use them as an example to explain what I want to explain. Yeah, as an example. So the wife goes off and have her own relations with other people. I mean, with relations, sex, including sex, and he do that too. He does that, and then they come together and have they have they have a life, a life, and they stick to each other no matter what. So the marriage isn't going well, but that's what he told me. Yeah? The marriage isn't going well, but they chooses to still stay together. And on top of that, they have children too. Together with that, they have children too. And my my thought about that is, most of the time when people chooses to have that kind of situationships is because of fear of commitment, that they chooses to have that kind of construction in a relationship so they can be free and still kind of committed, so they can explore other people, and still be committed to one person for certain things, for example, for company, and it's a kind of security and all of that, especially for the for the wife, because she doesn't really work, so it's kind of a security thing also. And all of that, and it's my opinion, all of that has to do with most of the time that has to do with a relationship that the person had with their mother. I'm talking about the man in this particular case because I know him, and I know that he had a difficult relationship with his mother, when growing up. So, and when a child has a difficult relationship with a mother, when the mother is like a kind of a toxic or unhealed mother, then it will impact the child in a way that makes it difficult for the child to have healthy connections with others, especially in a relationship, towards a wife, or most of the time wife. Yes, friends can happen, but a wife is a deeper connection, so it makes it difficult for the child to have a deep connection with another human being, with a wife in this case. So that's why I think they chooses for for an open relationship, because it's not a real commitment. It's like you can do kind of everything, you know. You can have your wife for the security, but you can have all the other ladies also. So it's it has to do with a commitment issue. And a commitment issue is the result, most of the time it's a result of the relationship that you have had with your mother, have and yeah, and still had of you had with your mother growing up, and still depends if the mother is alive or not. And fear of commitment and fear of rejection, those are the two biggest trauma that you have, based on when you have like an unhealed mother. And there are different types of unhealed mothers that I'm going to mention just now. You have like the emotional unavailable mother, and the inconsistent emotional unavailable. So she's like sometimes available and sometimes unavailable mother. You have the aggressive mother, a mother that's aggressive towards the child, doesn't care much. And you have the needy mother, you know, that's too much involved in the child's life. So those four types of unhealed mothers impact the child life, the child, and then the child becomes a grown up, and then the grown up have these traumas as a result, the fear of commitment and the fear of rejection. And that's what they are, will kind of rule their life, you know. Rule, I mean, be very very will impact their life very much, because it's because of the that they cannot have a good relationship, a good connection with their mother. And that's what like shaped them into being the same towards another person, another relation, the other close relationship, you know, the wife or husband. So that's why it's very important for like their partners to be conscious about that, and at least, yeah, and themselves also to be conscious, and together to work on betterment, you know, to better the situation. You can work on it by going into therapy with a psychologist. He will go back with you towards to those times, to those unhealed matters in your youth. You can do inner work by yourself. It costs a lot of discipline, but and patience with yourself, but you can do it. And then prayers is also a way that you can help yourself, or together. I mean, I think it's it's good if you can have it with your partner, you know, that you're, let's say, if you're conscious of the patterns within your life, and you discuss it with your other half, your wife in this case, and then you decide how to handle with it, for the two of you to grow together and have like a more healed relationship. But it's you have to be conscious. You have to be conscious about that, because I the people that I know that chooses for all of those constructions, I know for sure, the example that I've given, I know for sure that they don't know what's happening. That they are not conscious. They just think it gives them the freedom, because it's actually two people that I know that with a big impact in their life. So they chooses those kind of constructions to facilitate their traumas, actually. For them not to heal. It happens unconscious. It's not a conscious thing. It happens. They choose the construction, and then it's easier than healing. They don't even know that they have the trauma. They just choose the construction, to be in a open marriage or open relationship, so they have the freedom, and that deals with the fear of commitment. So it's like, I actually, I don't have to be emotional available, because um it's an open marriage.